So I did found this company. I did develop the concept on the bus last year. This company was founded back in October and really kicked off in November. $50,000 is what universities pay at minimum for a market assessment. They do this to the tune of $1 billion a year. These market assessments tend to be macro, not micro, and look at national trends. This gives them skill sets that aren't aligned with employers' needs and provides us with students that are exiting the education system without the skills they need to do the jobs. When a university decides to create a curriculum, it takes 10 years from the point where they decide on the skills to train to the point where a student graduates with those skills. The average lifespan on a skill set is 4 years before that job skills change. So it's going to change at least twice before that student enters the market. There's 5,000 universities with 50,000 departments who receive over 50% of their funding from federal sources. The reason they spend $1 billion is because 30 plus states have passed laws that will say they lose their funding for their operational costs if they do not align their curriculum to the local job market. That's why we created Course Align. Course Align uses artificial intelligence on the job market so educators can align their curriculum to the market need. We do this through a dashboard that gives them an overarching view of what's going on in their market and gives them easy, understandable information that is identical to what they're currently using, except it's relevant to the market that they're serving. We've had incredible traction. We're actually working with St. Petersburg Leadership Chamber, as well as USF, and a few that I haven't added, Ultimate Medical Academy, as well as USF, additional parts of USF. Our competition is interesting. They're looking at the future. They're using intelligent information to predict what the future jobs will be. We do that, plus we look at what the needs are today. Because if we can't fill the jobs that are open today, it doesn't matter what the jobs of tomorrow are. We do this, our monetization is through direct sales, so we engage directly with the universities. We also have an e-commerce platform, and we'll be engaging through conferences throughout the years. In the 1st of June, we'll be beginning to close the contracts that we have signed down. We'll begin profitability in 2019, and then you can see that nice little spike. This is a team. We've bonded on the fact that we've graduated from programs and not been able to get jobs. Myself, when I exited the Air Force, I went into an education system, exited with an MBA in entrepreneurial leadership, and could not find a job. I didn't understand it. I was like, what is going on? So I started a company, hired people right out of the programs, thinking that the problem was experience. I can give you experience. That's not a problem. They didn't have the skills to do the job. They didn't have the basic skills to do the job. And that's when I realized there was a much bigger problem. I became a teacher, started teaching people, and realized that this wasn't a scalable solution. And then I went on that fateful journey on a bus across the country where we called university and employer and educators and had a conversation after conversation about how this worked. We almost pivoted. We had a concept for an HR deal, but the last conversation we had was with a dean who said they're spending a ton of money trying to align their curriculum and they're missing the mark. Having come from a data science background, I knew we could create a solution that would align into the market. We have an advisory board that we meet with monthly, and we're raising $900,000 to get us to 2 years of runway and 10 million AAR on 70 contracts. Thank you.